In today's video, I'm going to be covering the location for all 10 special treasures in Where Winds Meet. I do want to call out that in order to get these special treasures, you do need to have the Contortion Mystic skill, which turns you mini just like this. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The very first one is located just to the northwestern portion of this map right here. I'll scroll out a little bit, but more specifically, this is the first region, and you're going to want to teleport to the Mercy Heart Town and then move up to this smaller house right over there. From there, you're going to want to use Contortion, turn mini, and then go inside of this house. Now, this is a little bit trickier than the special oddities because you're going to have to actually pay attention a little bit more to certain jump puzzles and stuff. Like this first one, you're going to want to jump up to this beam up here, and then it can be tricky. Jump right over here, and you're going to see the treasure in this corner right there. Congratulations, this is the first special treasure, and there's a lot more where this comes from. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Next up, you're going to want to teleport over here in the first region at this shrine known as the Bamboo Retreat, and then you're going to go south to try to go right around here. I'll just throw a random marker. It's not going to be exactly there, but I'll show you guys on the screen where you have to go. Essentially, you're going to have to go south and jump off of this cliff where you'll see like a little plaza area with some houses, and one of these houses are going to be basically deserted and on the ground. So let's get a little bit closer. There we go. You're going to see the icon in the mini map in the top left corner that basically symbolizes that there is a mini special treasure nearby. So go ahead and use Contortion, and you're going to jump into this rubble right here of this broken down house, and you'll find the special treasure right over here. There we go. Let's grab this. Be a little tricky at times. There we go. So that's 2 down. Let's go ahead and head over to number 3. Now this next one is a little bit of a tricky one. You're going to want to go over to General's Shrine, which is right here on the map, and then move up to this house right here. More specifically, you're going to see a bit of a big building, and you're going to want to go behind the building and then do a little bit of a jump puzzle. So this is exactly where you're going to want to go. Go ahead and grab some herbs along the way if you want. But right back here, you're going to see the little icon up here, which means you're close. Go ahead, use Contortion. Jump back here. You're going to want to jump up on this little drum thing, which can take a second sometimes. Oops. And this is going to make you jump a little bit more than usual, right? And what you want to do is get up on this ledge. So you're going to want to jump and perfectly time it. Oh, I messed it up right there. But you guys get the idea. You're going to want to jump. There we go. Oh, I almost had it. You can also just do that. But there you go. That's number 3. Let's go ahead and jump on over to number 4. We are going to go ahead and teleport right over to the Brewery Backyard Teleport Shrine. This is where it is on the map. We're going to move up. You're going to see a ton of random chickens. You're going to go right next to this crafting station, and then behind here is where the little treasure is going to be. So go ahead and use Contortion. There you go. And you'll just be able to sneak right through and get this treasure. There we go. 4 down, and now let's go ahead and move on to number 5. Next up, you're going to want to teleport over to the Porcelain Kiln Teleport Shrine, and here it is on the map. What you're going to want to do is go through this little walkway, turn this corner, and go right up here, and then use Contortion and just walk across this plank right here, and you'll have your next treasure. There we go. Jump down, and then moving on to the next one. Now this next one is a little bit of a tricky one. To be more specific, you're going to want to go ahead and start off by going to the Blissful Retreat Teleport Shrine right here, And then we're gonna move right over here where there's going to be a house, which is where we're gonna want that miniature treasure from. So let's go ahead and run over here, do some jumping. Almost there. Here we go. So this is where the tricky thing starts. You're gonna wanna go ahead and get small and then jump on this item right here just to get some more height. And then if you look up, there's gonna be a little bit of a plank. All you have to do is double jump to get up there. Well, again, it might take you guys a second. If you wanna play it safe, maybe go ahead and go for the triple jump. Here we go. There we go, triple jump, and then walk across the plank, and then there you go, the next miniature treasure. So that one was a little bit trickier compared to the other ones, but hey, we got there. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Next up, we're gonna wanna go ahead and teleport over to the Riverside Station, which is towards the left side of the very first region. There you go. And then we're gonna head straight north, basically to touch the water. And as we get closer there, we are going to quickly see a bunch of like houses and a little bit of a plaza. And that's kind of like your sign that you're in the right spot. So let's go ahead and jump down. Here we go. As you get closer to, the little notification is going to pop up on your mini map that you're close. There we go. And it's right over here. So go ahead and turn mini. And then you can just climb up on these crates and get this next mini treasure. If it lets you. Here we go. And again, sometimes just jumping when you're mini is a little bit tedious. It doesn't always work out, as you can tell, but not too tricky. You guys have the location now, and you can quickly just grab that one and get another one in your pocket. So let's go ahead and move into the next one. This next one is a bit of a fun one, and we are going to go ahead and teleport directly to the Wrath Village teleport shrine. And we're gonna go forward and jump up on this house right here on the second level. You'll see a little window where you can turn mini and actually jump through the window to get this miniature treasure. So there we go. I'm gonna walk around so I don't fall into any holes and go ahead and grab it. There you go. It's just as easy as that. Next up is yet again another bit of a tricky one, and that's because you're gonna have to do some jumping. So this one, to be more specific, you can teleport over at the Emperor Chai Temple, then move south a little bit to go and past this door frame right here. You're gonna see the little indication that you're close to a treasure. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and go and turn mini, sneak back here, and then you're gonna see a bit of a ledge, and you're gonna have to do some jumping, like I said. So here we go. I'll do a double jump over here, and it's all just about timing your jump and making sure you have stamina. You can go ahead and jump right there and get the miniature treasure. And then there you go. You can sneak out and then get ready for the next treasure coming soon. This next one is a little bit of a hike, and to be more specific, we are all the way in the upper right corner of the first region. I found it easiest if you just teleport over to Buddha Fort and then start running. You're gonna see two houses over here, and one of them is gonna be where the treasure is. So I'll go ahead and speed this up and run right over there. And again, there's some little quests that pop up over here in case you guys haven't done that yet, and some just random gatherables. So feel free to grab those as you kind of jump over here. And again, once you actually gather all of these miniature treasures, you're gonna wanna go back to where you actually unlocked the contortion mystic skill to begin with, where you can then turn them into for some nice rewards. So here we go. We are over near the house. This is the house where you're actually going to want to go to. You're going to want to sneak into this door frame right here, and underneath this bed in the corner is where this next miniature treasure is. So go ahead, use contortion, and sneak right underneath here. And there you go. You've got the next miniature treasure. Next up, we are going to head over to Kai Feng. To be more specific, we're going to go over to the Harbor Link Crossing Teleport Shrine. Here it is on the map. And you're going to see a pile of wood if you just move forward and go right over in this corner. Let's see. There we go. And if you sneak in here, you should be able to find the treasure. Again, this one's a little bit funky with all these different pieces of wood, but you should be able to find it no problem. Right over here. There we go. Again, a little bit of a tricky one, but once you actually see the pile of wood, you know that you're close by. Next up, you have some more walking to do. And what you're going to want to do, once again, it's in Kai Feng. You're going to want to teleport to the South Imperial Garden and then cross this bridge where you'll then enter a house. You'll see that in just a second. We're going to go to this house back here and then basically go ahead and turn right once we get into the house. So we're going to go sneak back here and then go ahead and use contortion. You're going to see a little opening back here against this wall. And if you just walk right around, you're going to find the next miniature treasure. There you go. Now on to the next one. Next up is the northern part of Kai Feng, right over at the Bloodscale Hall Teleport Shrine. You're going to want to turn around and then sneak through right over here. You should see the little indication pop up of the treasure right there. Go ahead and turn mini, and then you're going to have to just do a little bit of jumping. You can sneak right in over here, and then there you go. That's the next miniature treasure. Moving on to the next one. Next up, you're going to want to teleport over to the South Wansheng Town Teleport Shrine, which is right here on your map. We're going to walk forward, and you're going to see some steps right over here. And this is actually right up here. If you haven't already, go ahead and grab this, then use contortion, and the treasure itself is actually hidden right behind the steps right over here. So you can sneak right through, and then there you go. Here's the next miniature treasure. Next up is another bit of a tricky one, and that's because you're going to have to do some jumping and running. So to be more specific, you're going to want to move over to this teleport shrine right here, and then you're going to run right over to this waypoint shrine that I just dropped on the map. And again, this one's a little bit tricky because this is like that misty area, and there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's definitely worth it to get the rewards at the end. So let's go ahead and move over here. There we go. So as you walk around, you're going to see the little icon pop up. That's a good sign. You're going to go ahead and sneak through the back way, use contortion, and then you can just walk and jump right into this house and get the reward. There you go. Now let's go ahead and jump on over to the next one. Next up, we are right in the city of Kai Feng over at the Goldwater Street Teleport Shrine. And you're going to want to go ahead and move into this house, jump through this window. Again, you don't have to go mini yet. And then jump over this ledge, and then you'll find it right in this corner. So go ahead and turn mini. And it should actually be in this corner here. Sorry about that. But if you go ahead and run over here, you're going to see a small opening where the next miniature treasure is. So grab this one. Let's go ahead, and we're almost there. Let's just keep grinding it out and get these over with. Next up, we are in the bottom right corner of Kai Feng City. To be more specific, at the Forsaken Quarter Teleport Shrine. We're going to go through this little gateway and then do a hard left all the way down. And then when you turn the corner and go straight, you're going to see the thing pop up on your mini map right over here where this dog is. This is where you're going to want to use contortion. And you can sneak in right between here and get the treasure, which should be right here. I got this one earlier, so it's not popping up. Next up, we're going to the top right corner of Kaifeng City, right at the Pearl Glow Lake Teleport Shrine. And we wanted to get to the top floor of this building right over here. And just a heads up, there's going to be a lot of steps, so get ready for that. So I don't recommend you actually go mini mode until you actually get all the way up, just because it's going to speed some things up quite a bit. So we're going to go up the stairs. There's some more stairs. And once you get close enough, thankfully the mini map will help you out. Like I can see that right now on my mini map. We're going to go in here. We're going to have to go contortion in this room. And in that top right corner is where the actual mini treasure is. You can jump right up this way and then just walk and then claim the reward this way. There you go. Next up, you're going to want to teleport to the lower left side of Kaifeng City. To be more specific, the Hopewell Academy Teleport Shrine. And you're going to go up this staircase and hug the left wall. And you're going to see a building, and you'll also see in your mini map that little icon indicating that there's a treasure nearby. Go ahead and use contortion and jump into the building, and then you're going to see it right above this kind of cabinet over here. You can do a special jump to get right on top and then claim the reward. There we go. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. And now the very last miniature treasure is located right over here in Kaifeng City at the Springwave Pavilion. You're going to want to go ahead and go through this little rock tunnel here. And this is probably the most difficult one to actually see. Luckily, we do have that mini map to help us in the top left corner. You're going to want to turn this corner and jump right over here. And there's actually like a hole in the rock that once you use contortion and turn mini, you can jump and fit right into this little hole to get the last treasure. Again, it's a little bit tricky just because of like how it is jumping as a miniature person in this game, but there you go. By the end of this video, you should have all 20 of the miniature treasures. So again, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, and you actually got some mini treasures out of it, consider hitting that like button and subscribing for some more Where Winds Meet guides coming soon. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.